Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kassi Reyes, IBCLC, Lactation Consultant and Mom. And today I'm really excited to be talking about a topic that a lot of parents have questions about and really wish that they had been better prepared for going into birth. And that's a topic of C-section and specifically lactation after a C-section. And while it can be really hard to anticipate if you're going to end up with a cesarean birth, whether you're a parent who's had a recent cesarean delivery or you're still expecting your little one and not sure what your birth is going to look like, this video will provide you some valuable information, some tips and some insights into overcoming some of those hard challenges associated with lactation after a C-section. And actually my own little breech baby surprised me into needing a scheduled C-section, and so I wanted to share some of my personal insights as well. All right, before we dive into the details, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified of all the information I share on this channel. All right, let's get started. So let's quickly talk about the benefits of breastfeeding after a C-section. Lactation and breastfeeding can look quite different after a cesarean delivery than after a vaginal delivery, but it can be equally as rewarding and have just as many benefits. The first of those benefits can be bonding. So breastfeeding can help with that bond between you and your baby, which can be particularly important after a surgical birth because you don't necessarily always get the same amount of time after your baby's delivered to get that skin to skin and soak in that extra golden hour that we talk about after a vaginal delivery. You can ask to do skin to skin in the delivery room, and we'll talk about that in a little while. Of course, another benefit is that nutrient-rich colostrum, which is your first milk that your body produces, and it's packed with all those essential nutrients and antibodies and provides your baby with everything they need right from the beginning. It can also be a bit of a source of pain relief for some people. So lactation can help trigger the release of a hormone called oxytocin. This is also known as the love hormone, which not only promotes bonding, but it can also help relieve some pain after a C-section. And also the release of that oxytocin can help contract that uterus down after birth, and it can help the birthing parent be at lower risk for heavy bleeding in the postpartum period. All right, now we're going to talk about preparing for lactation after a C-section, and proper preparation is definitely going to be key in helping you meet your lactation goals after a C-section. So it's a great idea to do a little bit of education prenatally, like attending a breastfeeding class or doing a prenatal consultation with a lactation consultant. If you do this before your delivery, it can really help you feel empowered and at peace when you know things like how to position a baby, things about latching and how much milk your baby needs, and other essentials like that. On a side note, I absolutely love doing prenatal consults because it's so awesome to be able to help families identify and overcome some unique challenges that they may have in helping their baby meet their feeding goals for them. And it's just really fun to help plan and help you identify things that might be roadblocks and help set you up for success. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm going to leave a link in the description for setting up a virtual visit with me. The second thing you can do to prepare for lactation after a cesarean delivery is choosing a hospital that's supportive of lactation. So when possible, select a hospital that actively promotes lactation, that has lactation consultants on staff, that trains their nurses in lactation, and a hospital that allows the practice of skin-to-skin contact immediately after birth, including cesarean births, including in the operating room. So make sure you ask these questions and make sure your priorities are known to your healthcare team before going into it. You can help start to plan your post-op care as well. So discussing your intention to breastfeed or nurse with your healthcare team before your C-section. This can help ensure that they're aware of your goals and that your team can provide you with the support that you need to meet your goals. Getting cleared by your OB or midwife to do a little bit of prenatal colostrum collection. This is another huge one because sometimes your baby might need a little extra in the beginning, and if you have some extra colostrum on hand or extra food on hand in case your baby needs it after delivery, it can make a really big difference in setting you up for success. So also asking ahead of time what refrigerators or freezers are available to store your colostrum in during your delivery can be really important. And please remember, I say this from experience, please remember that once frozen colostrum is thawed, it's only good for 24 hours in the refrigerator. So don't bring all of the colostrum with you if there isn't a freezer available to keep it in. I've had clients lose lots of hard-earned liquid gold this way. So for more information on colostrum harvesting, I do have a video specifically about this. So I will leave information about that down below as well. If you find this information helpful and you want videos like this to reach families around the world, also please consider becoming a Patreon of the channel. I'll include a link for that in the description below. All right, so let's talk a little bit about breastfeeding positions and techniques after a C-section that may help you find some comfort and some techniques that are more supportive than others for someone who has just had a cesarean delivery. Traditional positions where your baby is laying on your chest or your stomach may feel more painful because the baby's weight is placing quite a bit of pressure on your incision in the post-operative period. So positions like the football hold, which involves your baby being placed next to you, kind of under your arm with their legs facing backwards and using pillows beside you to support their body weight, is going to help relieve some pressure on your abdomen. And I'm going to put a picture of this up on the screen for you. And then also side lying, where you're lying on your side and the baby's lying beside you, can be a more relaxed position and it can be more gentle on your incision. I do want to note that this can be a better position to try at home rather than in a hospital bed. And you do really want to make sure that you aren't feeling too sleepy, especially if you've been taking medication for your surgical pain, that you're not feeling too sleepy in a side lying position, because it's a really easy one to fall asleep with your baby next to you and can not be the safest option, especially not in a hospital bed. And then along the lines of support and positioning, you can use lots of pillows and blankets and extra things to help position your baby more comfortable and reduce the strain on your body of holding your baby up. Next, I want to talk about how we can overcome some of the extra challenges that we may face when we're breastfeeding after a C-section. Let's explore some of the common hurdles and strategies to overcome them. Number one is pain management. So you are going to be in more pain after a C-section than after a vaginal delivery, and you may experience pain and discomfort throughout your abdomen, which may make it difficult to find a comfortable position. Besides the positions and the supportive techniques we just discussed, you can make use of pain management, such as medication that is prescribed by your OB, just to make sure that your pain is really under control so that you're in the best conditions for being a little bit more mobile and for setting your baby up for lactation and for latching. Most medications that are going to be prescribed by your provider are going to be safe during lactation, but you do want to make sure that your provider is aware that you're planning on breastfeeding, and make sure you ask them about potential side effects to look for in you and in your baby. If your medications that you're taking do make you feel a little extra sleepy, because they can, I want you to make sure your support person is also awake and can help keep an eye on you and your baby while you're breastfeeding. This can help prevent you from falling asleep and just keep you and your baby safer. Please trust me on this one. Once you're ready to get up and move around, gentle movements are going to be essential. If you want to reposition or adjust your body at all during a feeding, take your time and use the support that's around you as needed to prevent putting extra strain on you and on your incision. So that may look like asking your support person to help bring your baby to you so that you don't have to get up and out of bed and go get them and bring them back. Just you get comfortable, have your support person bring your baby to you, and they can help reposition the baby as needed. Another challenge that can come up is engorgement, and this can be more challenging and a little bit more common after a C-section due to the extra fluids that you get through your IV during the surgery, things that you can do to help combat that extra fullness or engorgement can be to nurse frequently. You can apply cold compresses to help reduce any swelling. Try to avoid any overstimulation like heat or vigorous massage. And if you're really having a hard time managing this, reach out to a lactation consultant for guidance. I also do have a video on managing postpartum engorgement. All right, a lot of people ask the question about low milk supply and after a C-section, and some, not everyone, but some parents may initially experience a delay in milk production or in the colostrum, changing from colostrum to milk after a C-section. And frequent nursing, skin-to-skin contact, a proper latch so that you're not in pain and the baby's getting the most milk they can all help stimulate that milk production and get the milk flowing and coming in sooner. All right, now we're going to talk about the importance of your support system. Please enlist a support person's help. This person can help you with all the other baby care and provide you with emotional support so that while you are focusing on lactation and feeding your baby, you know that your baby's going to be well taken care of for things like diaper changes and bathing and anything else that needs to be done while you're in the hospital. Please do not try to do this alone. It is so hard to take care of a newborn when you're recovering from a major surgery. So if your partner isn't available or is not involved or is not in the picture, please enlist the help of another family member or a friend that can help and be there for you, because this is not a one-person task after a major surgery. You can also consider joining a support group. So once you go home, it may be helpful to connect with other parents who have also had a cesarean birth and are trying to breastfeed their kids. It can offer lots of encouragement and advice, and you can share stories of your challenges, and just having that sense of community can be really helpful. Also, there's the option of seeking professional help, so don't hesitate to reach out to a lactation consultant. If once you go home you continue to encounter persisting feeding issues or milk supply issues, we can provide you with personalized guidance and support that can be tailored to your unique situation and help you overcome those barriers. So as you can see, breastfeeding after a C-section can come with lots of unique challenges, but definitely with the right knowledge going into it and the right support and the right planning, it's definitely possible to have a positive experience and you can meet your feeding goals. Just remember that every parent and baby diet is unique, and whatever works for one couplet or one baby or one parent doesn't necessarily work for everyone. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. So just trust yourself, trust your body, trust your instincts, and don't hesitate to seek help when you need it. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or if you'd like to share your own experiences and tips for breastfeeding after a cesarean delivery down below, please comment, and I'd love to see what you guys have to share. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel for more valuable content, and remember, don't quit on your worst day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.